Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In case you missed my most recent videos, I did an anti-haul with Hayley Evans, and I also mentioned that it was my birthday last weekend. So, while I did an anti-haul as my last video, today is going to be a birthday haul. Let's do this. First of all, I want to say a big thank you to Barry and to my friends who all gave me very generous Sephora gift cards. It's like you guys know me. It's like you know what my addiction truly is. So thank you. I used those gift cards in conjunction with a 20% off coupon code that Sephora had emailed to me, and I now have 9 items full size sitting in front of me, plus 1 deluxe size sample. So in no particular order, I'm just going to show you what it is that I picked up. First, let's deal with the deluxe size mini. I picked up the Too Faced Damn Girl mascara. Because I had more than 2 gift cards and the website would only allow me to enter 2 at a time, I ultimately had to place 2 separate orders. So I lumped the more expensive items in with the 20% discount code and then made a secondary purchase as well, and couldn't use that code, so I was able to use one of the beauty offer codes, and I used it on this. I have used this once now, and that initial impression is good. It did lift my lashes up, didn't clump anything together, and really did help to provide some volume, and it didn't flake. I was concerned about that because I am not a fan of the Better Than Sex mascara because it flakes during the day, and I didn't experience any of that with the Damn Girl. If my opinion on it changes, I will update you guys. So then jumping into the full size, I may as well stick on the mascara vein, and I did pick up the Hourglass Caution Extreme Mascara, I believe is what it's called. Extreme Lash Mascara, which seems a little redundant because it's not like it would be cheek mascara, but regardless, I have used this in a deluxe size sample before and really enjoyed it, and the number of uses that I've used now with the full size live up to the hype. There is the wand there, if it'll focus. Here we go. So it's just like your nice classic fiber wand, and it's not too wet of a formula, and I just really like what it does for my lashes. It really does separate everything and fan them all out. Again, it doesn't flake throughout the day, and it's also really not overly difficult to remove at the end of the night when it comes time to. So I am a big fan of this. It does have a $30-something price tag attached to it, so I was very grateful for the gift cards. Probably one of the least expensive makeup items that you can get on the Sephora website is from Inc.redible, and it's one of their cream blushes. I have been wanting to pick this one up ever since I got the peachy one that I have, and this one's in the shade My First Love. It's a dusty pink, and it is constantly sold out. So I was very excited to see that this was actually in stock while I was placing my order, quickly added it to my cart. It is since sold out yet again, but I imagine they will restock eventually. So it is a very pretty dusty pink. I really do like these cream blushes because they do just blend out so effortlessly. You can build them up for more intense pigmentation, but they have a good amount just on the initial swipe through. It really doesn't take an awful lot of product to build that up. It does last all day. It's not sticky at all, dries completely. You can like touch your skin, you'd never know there was a blush product there. And I'm really impressed by them. They blend out effortlessly with a brush, and I'm a huge fan. They're about $12 Canadian. I've noticed in recent days that Sephora has increased the price of a lot of products by $2 to $3, so if I'm off on my prices, it's because I'm going on memory, and they've increased the price on a lot of different things, so I'm not sure if this one has escaped the increase or not, but $12, potentially a couple dollars more, even at $15, I think this would be worth it because it's just such a nice little product. A product that I have struggled with morally as to whether or not I was going to buy it is from Morphe, and it's the Continuous Setting Spray. I just am not a huge fan of Morphe. I think they've done a lot of really questionable things in the past, and I think that they align themselves with a lot of questionable people. A lot of their Morphe babes are the ones that you see over and over again in the center of all the drama that goes on. I would be more impressed with them and have more respect for them if they aligned themselves with people of better character, frankly. Regardless, I did pick it up through the Sephora website because I wanted to try a continuous spray. I did look at the Huda Beauty one. It is significantly more expensive, and also the first ingredient on that is alcohol. I don't have overly dry skin, but I certainly don't have oily skin. I am at like this normal edging towards dry, and I don't really want to add a ton of alcohol to my face. Overall, I have to say I am actually impressed with this. I do like the way it feels on my skin. It is a very light mist. It doesn't add any stickiness. It doesn't make my skin feel tight. So overall, like, it's a good product. I don't know that I'll repurchase it simply because I feel rather iffy about Morphe. But I did make the exception to pick this one up. More so to test this application method rather than this specific product. It wasn't so much about buying the Morphe spray as it was about buying a continuous spray. And as far as I could tell, I only had two options, so I chose the less expensive one. And I opted to skimp out on the price of the setting spray because I was putting a lot of money towards other products like highlighters. So this is one of the Melt highlighters. This is in the shade Stargazer, and it's one of their digital dust highlighters. I gotta say, the packaging is really cute. Not sure if you can read it from there, but it says Melt Cosmetics in script all the way across the pan. And it is just a beautiful champagne kind of highlight. There. It's not overly reflective, but it still adds a nice sheen to the cheekbones. Not sure if you could pick it up here, but I am wearing it today and I really do like it. It was, I believe, 51 Canadian, which is not a price point that I think I would pay if I didn't have 20% off and gift cards, but I was very grateful to be able to pick that one up because I've been intrigued for quite some time about these. I have also been very intrigued about the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blushes. I have heard nothing but good things about them, but again, they have a very high price point, so I've kind of shied away. But I did pick one up. I got Diffused Heat, which is a nice, almost, I don't want to say shimmery, like there's no glitter in it, but it does have a bit of a shimmery reflect. But it is just this beautiful diffused pink. So the Diffused Heat name that they've given it is spot on. When you see that pink, it looks like it could be rather strong, but it does get more muted with this champagne kind of color that's in there. And overall, it's just a beautiful product. I do have it on my cheeks today, and I'm very happy that I picked this one up. A very functional product that I purchased was a lash glue because my other two ones that I have are on their very last legs. So I opted for the one from Velour. I haven't tried this one before, but it dries clear, and I have been using black lash glues, which I like, but it does like up the stakes even more because if it touches on your eyeshadow, it dries black and you're gonna have to wait till it dries completely and then scrape it off, and it's a bit of a mess. It's just a lot of liability. So this one, it goes on almost like a purpley blue. I don't want to put a ton because it'll be sticky. So it goes on like this purpley blue, so you can see when you've applied it to the lash band, you can see that it's on there and you can see that the entire lash band is coated, but then when it dries, it does dry clear. So I've used that for the first time today with these lashes. I've been wearing them for about 2 hours now. Nothing's popped off, so I mean, that's good. But Velour does say that this is a more easy to clean product. So taking it off of your lash band after you remove your lashes, it's supposed to be a little bit easier with this particular glue. So here's hoping so that I can get as much use out of each set of lashes as possible. I picked up 2 items from Huda Beauty. One of them is one of her new matte lipsticks. This one is in the shade Spring Break, and it's a really pretty pinky corally shade. and it is truly matte. I've only worn it once so far, but it was very comfortable on the lips. Didn't pill up, didn't dry anything out. I got a good, I'd say about 3 hours wear time out of it, and that was even while I was drinking coffee. So not a lot transferred off, although some does. This isn't a liquid lipstick that dries completely transfer proof. But overall I'm quite happy with it. I had only ever tried one of her metallic ones before, and so I was happy to pick this one up. I think if I went into stores and could swatch her entire line and see like if there's a nude lipstick that I really like, or maybe one of the deeper options for when fall rolls around again, I would definitely be interested in picking up 1 or 2 more. I just don't want to do it online because the pictures don't always do it complete justice, and sometimes the descriptions can be a little misleading as well. So at the price point that they're at, which I think was like, I think it was about $30, I'd want to go into store before I pick up any more. The other item that I picked up from Huda Beauty is her concealer. This is the Overachiever concealer, and it has an interesting application. It has like a, I think it's like stainless steel. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm not entirely sure. But the product just squeezes up through there. This is really nice and cooling, so when you're applying it, you get that nice cooling underneath your eyes, which I really appreciate. And overall, the product itself is really great. It is a high coverage concealer. It doesn't crease up, like it will if I don't set it, but if I set it, I don't have problems with it creasing up. It does last very well throughout the day. I'd say I get a good 8 to 10 hours before it starts to sort of disappear and fade. It blends out really nicely, and it really does help to cover up my dark circles. So I'm a fan of this one. It's not what I'm wearing today. That would have made altogether far too much sense. I am wearing the Juvia's Place one today. Still testing that one out. I bought the foundation, which I'm wearing, and I bought the concealers. So if you're interested in a review on those, just let me know down below. But getting back into my birthday haul, the last item that I picked up is one of the shadow stacks from Kaja. I do have 2 of their original shades, but this was one of the new ones, and it has 2 matte eyeshadows in it. So it's got like a deep, it's like a watermelon pink. And then more of like a peachy kind of shade here, also matte. And the mattes are incredibly smooth. Just like, they feel like velvet. And then this one does have a shimmer shadow as well. And it's like a really pale yellow edging on gold, I guess. It's not quite gold, but it's also not quite yellow. It's like a really pale gold, I guess. So there are the 3 of them there. I haven't worn them on the eyes yet, with the exception of the shimmery shadow. And it lasted all day. I just patted it all over my lid with my finger, and it lasted all day and really did keep that nice vibrant shine to it. This one is the Poppy Champagne Stack. So there you have it, guys. Those are the items that I selected for myself, but purchased using the gift cards that my friends and my husband gave me. I had a lot of fun just culling through, looking at my loves list, looking at new arrivals and all of that to see what it was that I really wanted to have and really wanted to add to my collection. You'll notice there were no eyeshadow palettes. I have a ton. Some of these products, like the Melt Highlighter and the Hourglass Blush, I have been coveting for ages and have been really curious about, but have just been completely put off by the price point. So it was really nice to splurge on those items. So overall, very, very happy with the selections that I made, and none of these items have disappointed me, so that is an additional bonus. Overall, this is like the birthday gift that keeps on giving. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, just be a decent human being. Bye for now.